Hello there and welcome to another episode of my videos where I want to share the joy of cycling with you. This weekend I was at my parents' place, the village where I grew up in northern Germany, and of course I brought my Brompton with me. It's free to take on all trains in Germany. And what is even more, we had beautiful weather, as you can see here. So it was around 0 degrees Celsius and freezing, and that of course didn't keep me from doing a nice ride. At this point I want to thank all of you who have subscribed, and also of course all of you who have watched my videos so far. I'm really impressed and grateful for all the support I've gotten so far, and all the people who were happily discussing in the comment section, for example, the less is more and the more is more bicycle ideas. Definitely motivated to do more videos in the future. So after a quick coffee break, I started the second round of my journey around my home village. Yeah, and as you can see, it's quite flat here in this area. So this is in the Lüneburg Heath in northern Germany here. And this area is definitely characterized by a lot of agriculture and forests. And heath is some area with certain ground conditions, so it's very sandy ground as far as I know, and certain plants are also only growing there. Yeah, I also used to bike sometimes to my school, which was 15 kilometers away, and also to the public swimming pool, public bath in the neighboring village. So bikes have always played a role in my life, but I only really got into cycling when I moved to big cities for my studies. So back here I was definitely cycling sometimes, but I feel like I was using the car and public transport way more often, because the distances often were quite far. But what I also have to say is that I feel like I have developed, and today distances on bike are not the same anymore for me as they used to be when I was growing up. Today I'm used to go way longer distance by bike than I did when I was still living here. And of course I'm also not sparing the Brompton, so as you can see, there's not always tarmac here on the little roads, and I don't care about that. I just ride also these kind of roads or paths, and I think the Brompton with its 35mm tires is definitely limited at some point, so you can't do everything with it. I told you before I had one occasion where I ended up in sticky mud with my Brompton, which was really the end of it, game over. But circumstances like this, I feel like it still works fine to go on the Brompton. I mean, maybe not go too fast and watch out for some stones on the way and also some holes. But otherwise it's still capable of going around roads like this. I would definitely be interested to try out the G line in the future, so maybe I will head to the Brompton Junction store in Munich again and just ask for a test ride. But again, for now I feel like my Brompton is just fine. And I'm also not sure about the lighting situation on the G line. Maybe somebody of you knows whether there's also already dynamo light solutions for the G line, or whether you have to stick to battery powered lights. I mean, battery powered lights are okay, but as you might have noticed already, I'm a big fan of dynamo powered lights. My lights have been stolen before when I forgot them on the bike. Also, you always have to think about the batteries, and if it's very cold the batteries tend to fail quickly, so yeah, I'm just a big fan of dynamo powered lights. And now I'm heading through the forest here. Unfortunately, no wild animals in sight, such as some boars. Would have been nice to see them, but they're so rare during daylight. And of course I'm wearing my favorite shoes again. I can't resist. I know, they're quite cold and I probably should wear other shoes. I know. But the frosty ground looks so nice. Beautiful day. And at this point I wanted to do a little coffee break. No fancy coffee brewing method today, just some coffee from the Jura brewing machine of my parents. Right, and then it was time to go again. One last sip of coffee, and I was ready to shred the Brompton again. I'm not afraid of putting a lot of watts into this bike and going fast. I sometimes feel like I'm not so sure whether it really can handle all the power if you really accelerate quickly, but I think it should be able to. So yeah, it has to handle going fast sometimes. Maybe not more than 50 kilometers per hour, but I mean, I think that's hard to do on this bike anyways. Especially long descents should be quite risky for the Brompton because the wheels are so small and potentially could heat up a lot when braking a lot. Alright, we are slowly heading back towards my parents' house, and this is where today's video concludes. So, thanks again for everybody who has been following along, has maybe subscribed. I'm so happy about all the positive feedback and attention I've been getting, and I'm very motivated to do more videos. Planning some tours around Munich, probably on my More is More bike. If you like, also share in the comments where you're from and whether bikes have been playing a part for you growing up. Of course, also whether and how bikes are playing a part for you where you are right now. I'm interested in both, actually. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please like if you have liked this video and subscribe if you would like to stay up to date. And otherwise, I hope to see you in the next video. Take care and bye bye.